GMNC welcomes you with open arms to come and enjoy an hour-long entertainment show with us. I am Siki and I will be your anchor for this midweek edition of GMNC. Thank you to our sponsors, Puza Water, The Hair Shack and Lamontaine for your unconditional support. Let's kick it off with the weather and surf report brought to you by Victory Surf.
Good morning and welcome to your weather for today, brought to you by Victory Surf. Today we'll have clouds giving way to some shine with a high of 25 degrees and a low of 15 degrees. The real fuel will be 25 degrees and the real fuel shade 23 degrees. We have a northeasterly wind at 13 kilometers per hour and wind gusts at 35 kilometers per hour. Also 1% chance of showers today. The sunrise will be at 6:38 a.m. and the sunset at 5:24 p.m. Joburg, periods of clouds and sun with a passing shower in the afternoon with a high of 17 degrees and a low of 8 degrees. Pretoria, mostly cloudy with a high of 19 degrees and a low of 9 degrees. And then Cape Town, morning low clouds, followed by clouds giving way to some sun with a high of 19 degrees and a low of 10 degrees. Next up will be your surf report, brought to you by Deon Bosman.
Good morning, Ballito, and welcome to Wednesday morning's beach report. And it's another chilly morning on the east coast, and we've got a light northerly breeze this morning, which will turn into a northeasterly by about 11 o'clock. So unfortunately, no surf today. Very bumpy and lumpy out there, and nothing to report really. Tide very, very full early this morning, and with an outgoing tide, there may be some wind a little bit later for the kiteboarders, but it looks like it's only going to be about 10 to 12 knots. So unfortunately, not enough to get going, so it's a bit of a lay day today, and I think we're going to wait for the westerly to come through and hopefully whip up some swell for us. So enjoy your day at work and enjoy your day at school. It's not really a surf day and not really a kiteboard day. We'll chat again on Friday.
Good morning, viewers. Yeah, my topic for this morning is prosperity. And I know it's quite a common topic, but however, we somehow have a very limited definition of the word prosperity. Prosperity in simple terms means success or thriving. But what I want to expand on is the fact that prosperity includes so many other aspects of life. And what's happened in the years gone by with many of us is that we look at prosperity as having the money that we want, and when we don't have it, we feel we're not prosperous. But I want to just bring in a different dimension this morning. Prosperity includes time, it includes joy, it includes health, it includes your comfort, it includes wisdom, it includes so many other aspects that are related to the daily life that we live. Now let's take time for example. If you're someone that is managing your task on a daily basis and you manage to keep in terms of the timelines that it has, and you manage to cope with whatever the day has to ask of you, then you're actually prosperous as far as time is concerned. On the other hand, if you're struggling with managing your time and you're not getting things done, then you're actually living a life of poverty as far as time is concerned. The same goes for wisdom. If we're living a life where we're connecting with people, we're relating to different books and different trends, and we're keeping up with what's going on in the world this day, not only in terms of the world affairs, but in terms of personal development, then you're actually very wise and your level of wisdom is great as well. If we're looking at health, that's also quite obvious. If you are living a healthy life, you're actually taking care of yourself, eating well, and you're taking care of all the nutrition that you need for your body, then you're actually living a healthy life as far as prosperity is concerned. So those are the different aspects we're talking about. When it comes to money, that is the main source of great contention and challenge that we have in our lives. We tend to think that not having money means we're not prosperous, and when we do have it, then we feel that we're actually very prosperous. Now, I just want to refer to the ocean as being an example of what we could call the ocean of prosperity, or the ocean of life. Now, if you're standing at the edge of the ocean and you have a little thimble in your hand, that's what you're going to collect the water in. If you have a cracked mug, that's what you're going to collect your prosperity in. If you're looking at a bucket that's much larger, well and good. If you're looking at a large bathtub that you want to fill up with prosperity, that's even better. But the reality about it depends on what size that container is that you're actually looking at filling it up with your prosperity. You can actually change the size of that container because it refers to the awareness that you have of your prosperity and your prosperous life that you live. So this morning I want to encourage the viewers to look at prosperity in all the different aspects that I've just mentioned, and understand that you may be actually living a very prosperous life if you're actually doing quite well in those different areas of your life. And what I want to encourage the viewers this morning is get a larger container, collect more of the ocean of life, collect more of your ocean of prosperity, and you will be so fulfilling in the life that you live. Thank you.
Welcome back on GMNC. Today in studio, I've got with me Marcele and Anton from Boxing Ballito. Welcome back, guys. It's so great to have you back with us on Ballito TV.
Morning, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good. And you, Anton, how are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm great, thank you. So, for the viewers who didn't get a chance to see your first interview, can you tell us a little bit about Boxing Ballito? What is it about? What do you do?
I strongly believe that Boxing Ballito is like a cornerstone to the community. The reason being is because we're not just about boxing. We're also about developing the individual, especially the younger guys. Most likely what we do is we look for kids that are bullied, kids that have some traumatic experience. We use boxing as the tool, but then we do a SWOT analysis and develop the kid mentally as well. Take him out of the trauma, bring a new, fresh person to you, but with a skill as well.
Yeah.
So in that, I really believe that Boxing Ballito will be and is the cornerstone to the community.
So it's not all about people's assumptions about throwing punches at each other. It's actually deeper than that.
It's way deeper
yeah,
than
character
that. Come and
development.
visit us and you'll feel the energy that we have.
Yeah, that
And
sounds interesting.
even in our activities that we do, going paintballing or just playing a soccer match, there's so much love between us when we eat together. I mean, the thing I hear most frequently in the gym is that this is my happy place, this is my happy place.
Yeah.
So when they walk in there, all their problems go away. It's a safe comfort zone
It's
for
a
them.
safe space for
Safe
everyone.
space, yeah.
And Anton, what inspired you to start boxing? Why?
Well, I've always loved the sport of boxing. I started off with MMA because I loved like wrestling and jiu-jitsu and all of that. But towards the end of 2017, 2018, I just wasn't enjoying it anymore. So I decided to start boxing. I didn't know that I would make it this far, but I just wanted to try.
Yeah.
And when I met Marcele, my love for boxing grew tremendously large.
Okay, that's great. That's so great to hear. So I understand on the 6th of August, you guys have an open boxing tournament. Can
Yeah.
you tell me about that?
So basically the open tournament is for him specifically to fight for the #1 spot. The reason why is because along his journey, he's been ducked a lot.
Yeah.
So Anton's only like 13 years old.
Oh.
And being as big as he is, a lot of kids, when they see him and how he boxes, they duck. They don't take the fight with him. So Tane, Callum, Thailand, there's many guys that actually made the provincial team, made it to nationals. We got #1 in KZN, #3 in South Africa.
That's amazing.
So we want him to have that same opportunity. So we asked them to host a tournament specifically for him to have that fight.
Okay.
Okay, because we believe that he will make it. He does have the skill set, the mindset to make it. And I mean, he's never lost this far,
Yeah, that's-
fighting elite fighters, and he's a cadet.
That's great, eh?
So
Okay,
yeah.
and can you tell us about your journey leading up to the open tournament? What has it been like? What do you do to prepare for your tournaments?
Well, to prepare for these tournaments, Marcele and I, we train very hard. For some of the camps, Marcele takes me to Joburg, and we train with Nomeva. And it is very hectic when we train with Nomeva because the air in Joburg is just like so dirty. And like after we train with Nomeva, like I can barely breathe. I'm like wheezing and stuff. So yeah, I train very hard for these fights. And yeah, I've had 2 fights, exhibition. I had one with a 19-year-old and then one with a 17-year-old. And the one with the 17-year-old should never have happened. He weighed about 17 kgs more than me, and it was absolutely crazy.
Okay, that sounds hectic, eh?
Yeah.
So you basically train him in tougher conditions than what he's going to be fighting in here
Yeah.
to make it easier when he gets onto
the stage,
into
exactly.
the boxing. Okay, that's
So when he started with me at the age of 12. Last month would have marked a year. I told him in the beginning of his training, I'm training you to lose now, so that when you get on stage, you're not gonna lose.
yeah.
So I'm training you as an elite fighter, meaning someone between the ages of 19 and 35, and he's a cadet fighting only between 12 and 14.
Yeah.
So the fact that he didn't lose at an elite level, this should be like
Just shows you that he's gonna go far.
very
eh?
far. It
Yeah.
should be so easy for him. He spars, like he said, we do go to Johannesburg. He does spar with the pro fighters, the big names of boxing. So, and for him to keep up to that, I mean, it's incredible. If you watch this kid, it's amazing.
Yeah. So where can we watch him? Where can we follow his journey? Is there like an online platform that we can watch the tournament?
There is an online platform, but I'm very bad with social media, guys. I just know my job. I know how to do boxing. I know how to make boxes. So basically, if you want the first-hand experience, you'll have to come to us and visit us. Okay, we're at the Odyssey Mall, just right next to Clicks.
Okay.
At the third entrance of the Odyssey Mall. The tournament as well would be at the Odyssey Mall. It will start, the weigh-ins will start at 7 a.m. The first fight should be around 11 a.m. There will be other fights also for district position, provincial position, national position. But us being at home, this is our most important fight of the week.
Okay, cool. That's so great. And where can we get a hold of you if someone wants to join boxing?
So we do have Instagram, we do have a WhatsApp page as well, but the numbers will be on Instagram as well. We don't post a lot on Instagram, just to tease our opponents mainly. So you won't see fighting videos and stuff. You'll basically see like pad work and just short little clips of the guys. But like I said, if you want an experience, come to the gym.
Straight to the gym.
Yeah, straight to the gym.
And is there anything that you'd like to share with our viewers? Maybe anyone who would be interested in joining Boxing Ballito? Piece of advice?
Piece of advice, I would be like, basically, why we do this thing is to discipline our hearts or to discipline our minds. The physical aspect of it, the fighting part is the easiest part. That's the easiest part. The most difficult part is getting the mindset, fixing the mind, being stable, being confident as a person in who you are, and that's basically the first rule of that. Having the agreement that I'm comfortable in putting myself in an uncomfortable position. So we realize that attitude is the most important thing here.
Yeah.
So we want to grow that in the community, whether or not you box, play soccer, go to the army. We have all types of different guys, but we want to give you that experience to build you as an individual before you go and do your sport. Like an example of that would be the guy that just went to Portugal, Shiloh. So he plays football, but he trains with us.
Okay.
Okay, so that just shows that we're really serious about getting your results on point for you, and not just for us. It's not just about boxing.
Really, that's so inspirational, Marcele. Thank you so much for joining us in studio today, Marcele and Anton. And guys, you heard for yourself, it is way more than just throwing punches at each other. It is actually a lot more about character development. So if you feel like that suits you better, head over to their store at Odyssey Mall Ballito and join them. All right. We'll be back after the ad break. welcome back with me in GMNC. Today we welcome Jane for the Sisters exhibition here at our lovely Lamantine Resort. It's so great having you here, Jane. How are you doing?
Good morning. Thanks for having me, Cikizwa and Ballito TV. Thanks.
Okay, so Jane, I know you're here to talk to us about Sisters exhibition. Can you tell us a little more about it? What inspired you to start the exhibition at the gallery?
Right. Well, the 1st of August celebrates Women's Month. So it's National Women's Month, and we thought, well, what better theme than to run for the month of August and September is celebrating women. So we've titled this exhibition Sister, Sisters, because we're celebrating the sisterhood. And it's for all. It's for men to celebrate us, for women, for ourselves. Celebrate women. 1959, 2,000 women marched to the Union buildings in Pretoria fighting for equality, for the change of the past laws. And we want to remember that, but we also want to celebrate the now. So we've got 32 artists invited to the gallery to sort of, you know, to paint and to create on the theme of sisters. We've got an amazing array. Oh my goodness, it's going to be such a visual feast. Really, really excited. We're actually curating today, and the exhibition is opening on Thursday the 4th. So it's first Thursday is up at the studio. It's Ballito Lifestyle. It's a whole day event, but the actual official opening will be at 6 o'clock on Thursday.
Okay, that sounds amazing. It sounds like such a beautiful way to celebrate women coming together to make each other better as opposed to competing with each other.
And it's not just women, there are actually lots of male artists, so it's actually men celebrating us. It's just everything.
Everything
it's
coming together,
you know, but focusing on us and also scratching beneath the surface a bit. Like, it's not just about pretty paintings on walls. This is about, you know, getting a little bit of insight, thinking about ourselves, thinking about what we've achieved, where we're going, what do we want, what are our hopes, what are our aspirations. And and really sort of uplifting ourselves in the community at large.
You know what I actually love about the exhibition is it's kind of a reminder that women are so much more than what's on the surface, because the paintings, like you said, aren't just the pretty pictures on the wall. And women as well aren't just pretty faces out there in the public. Yeah, I really love that. It's like
we're scratching beneath the surface,
going deeper in there.
And we're celebrating. We've got an amazing interactive wall as well, where you can come and write your thoughts, your aspirations, your inspirations on, and what you feel it is to be a woman. So, and for men can also. We're not exclusive. We're not dissing men. We are uplifting us all. But it's going to be amazing, and that's going to be in the walkway between Valence and the studios. So come on down, you know, gather some thoughts, share the love, because essentially that's what it is all about. It's about sharing the love.
All the love. What
we've also done, Cikizwa, is we've invited poets to write a 62-word sestude, which is a type of poem, a limited number of words, to write poems to some of the artwork. So it's really exciting. So we're not just having these artworks, but we're having these incredible words coming together, exhibited side by side, which helps us scratch beneath the surface. So there's going to be a lot of depth to this exhibition. I think it's going to create a lot of thought and a lot of insight.
And Jane, can anyone join the exhibition? Is there any way that the community can get involved to help with anything?
Totally. Well, another thing we're going to be having is we're organizing a conversations with during the course of this exhibition. So we're going to be inviting certain women from the community, whether it's health givers, providers, whether it's life coaches, such as Sharon Castle and Donna Ford and many others, poets, creatives, painters, to come and have a conversation with whoever wants to join in. So they'll be intimate. It's not going to be behind a mic. It's not going to be, you know, in an auditorium or fancy. It's just going to be a conversation with. So Ballito, please listen out for these. And if you want to come and have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and chat to somebody that you admire in the community, come and join in the conversation.
And
Yeah.
how can anyone who wants to get involved get a hold of you, Jane?
Well, they can contact us at the gallery. I'd say come on down and come and make your mark on our interactive wall. Come and have a look at the paintings. Come and have a conversation. That's what art's all about. It's about creating dialogue. And from there, you never know what can happen. The gallery is like an open blank canvas.
Yeah.
It's just continually
any
growing, and the
opportunity and
energy. It's an amazing sort of catalyst for a ripple effect. And we're very excited. So there's always opportunities. Come and share your thoughts and ideas, and we're open to them.
It sounds like such a beautiful, unique
Yeah.
experience. And what a better time to have this than the start of Women's Month, celebrating
Totally.
women. So I say I'm going to call the community to come ahead, help us celebrate all the women, help us bring each other up, help us make the world a better place by bringing women above us, eh? I
Totally.
love that, Jane.
Thank
I can't
you.
wait to come and join you at the exhibition.
Please come. Coffee's on me.
I'll take that up because I love coffee. Okay,
Thank
and we'll be back after the ad break. Welcome back, and today with me in studio, I would like to welcome Virginia from Yoga with Virginia. How are you doing, Virginia?
Very well, thank you. And you?
I'm good, thank you. It's so
Good.
great to have you here. I'm so
Thank
excited
you.
to hear about everything that you have to tell us today.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's get started. Virginia, can you tell us a little bit more about what you've got upcoming? I know you've got a retreat coming up. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, sure. So the first retreat that's coming up now is going to be in September, from the 8th to the 11th of September. And it's going to be at Amakosi Safari Lodge. It's a 5-star, big 5 game, 5-star luxury resort. And it's actually the first time that we are doing this retreat. It's to get people to connect with themselves and nature. The theme is harmony and peace, self-love, self-heal. So it's just getting people to ground themselves. So because we've gone through so much with COVID and South Africa's just gone through a lot over the last 2 or 3 years, we're just trying to help people to connect and balance themselves mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So I've been approached by Amakosi Lodge to do a 4-day retreat. It's a beautiful, beautiful location. It's about 4 hours north of Durban, very close to the Swaziland border. And they've got chalets which specifically face the river, on the Mkuzi River. So each person will have their own little lodge or chalet overlooking the river. And then what we're also doing is we're doing a game drive every morning. So every morning you'll do a game drive, a sunrise game drive, every evening a sunset game drive. And then they also own Afroquology Spa, and they've created their own brand of products, aromatherapy oils and creams. So, for example, in the afternoon I'm a Yin qualified teacher. We're going to be doing restorative yoga in the afternoon. So while you're doing your restorative yoga, they're going to be coming doing like a hand massage, a foot massage, a head massage. It's going to be really, really amazing. And it's the first time they're actually doing a yoga retreat at their lodge. We're wanting to create it or create awareness or make it as a flagship for yoga safaris in South Africa, and create awareness for it and grow with it. And then we also, in the morning, I'll be doing hatha yoga. So on your sunrise game drive, you will wake up at 5:30, go see all the beautiful game, do a beautiful game drive in the bush. And then we're going to sit actually in the bush and do a bit of a meditation. We'll do breathing exercises, just ground ourselves, reconnect, and then come back to their 5-star spa, and then we'll do a lovely yoga session, and then we go on to having a brunch. And just to tell you about the package, it's all inclusive. It's 3 nights accommodation. So it includes your game drives, your morning, evening yoga, it includes your all your meals, and the food is fantastic. Guided hikes, bird hikes, and you're looking at $3,900 per person per night, but all inclusive. And as I said, it is a 5-star. The location is just stunning. So really, really a beautiful retreat. So I'm very, very excited about that. And then my second retreat is in Livingstone, which is in Zambia. Also a beautiful location just below the Victoria Falls, 11 k's. And we're at a place called Tatia Falcon Lodge. It's just beautiful. You're on the edge of a cliff, the lodge. So the sun deck ends on the edge of the cliff, and you just look down to this beautiful, beautiful Zambezi River. It's just amazing. Yeah. And it's also about just connecting and being in a beautiful place or space, just grounding yourself, connecting to nature. We're doing morning, evening yoga, hatha, yin. We bring in some different stuff. For example, we're doing a cacao ceremony. We'll be doing vision boards, manifestation boards. We'll be also doing labyrinth walks, guided hikes, going to see the Victoria Falls. We'll be doing horse safaris one day, cultural village tour. So there's a lot to do in the area, but just also being in one of the 7 wonders of the world, and just experiencing that energy and that beautiful, beautiful place in Livingstone in Zambia is just really, really beautiful.
It sounds like such a beautiful way to just come back to the center of the earth, kind of gather yourself again. I know, like just going on a game drive alone is quite a beautiful experience. And I imagine partnering it up with yoga, that can just be absolutely life-changing. I can imagine. So Virginia, in terms of the Zambia trip, what does that package include? I know you told us all about the one for Amakosi. What is the Zambia trip?
So the Zambia package is a 5-night. It includes all your meals, 3 meals a day, and beautiful accommodation. You get your own beautiful chalet with your own private garden, outdoor shower. It's just beautiful. Really is a stunning location too, and beautiful accommodation. Food is fantastic, beautiful setting. So yoga, your meals, transfers to and from the lodge. They'll pick you up at the airport. It doesn't include your flight from Joburg to Livingstone. I would suggest flying from Joburg to either Livingstone or to the Victoria Airport, which is in Zimbabwe. It is more economical to fly into the Victoria Airport, and then they'll fetch you from the Victoria Airport and bring you to the lodge. Otherwise, flying into Livingstone, you can get return flights. There are various packages, so you can shop around, or we can guide you on that too.
Okay, and when will that be happening?
That's going to be from the 20th of November to the 25th, and you can stay on for the weekend. So you can stay either for 5 nights or 7 nights, and there's a further discount if you stay on for extra
For
2
an
nights.
extra 2 nights.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds so beautiful. And then Virginia, a little birdie told me that you have another exciting lineup coming up called Positioned and Powered.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Yes, sure. So I've invited a lady by the name of Melinda Cookson. She is an amazing, amazing spiritually gifted lady, and very prophetic, and she's highly regarded actually in Africa and South Africa. She does amazing work. And I just felt it was something I wanted to do to give back to the community, because everyone has been dealing with so much mentally and emotionally. Everyone's gone through so many changes, I think with COVID, and everybody's just dealing with so much. So it was just something to uplift people spiritually. And it's coming from a Christian base, so it is open to men and women. And it's going to be at the Salt Rock Country Club. And that's going to be on the 17th of September at 9:30. It is for free. So you're welcome to come and join us. Anybody can come, and she has a very, very powerful way of sharing and getting messages across and just uplifting people. She's coming with a very prophetic team. There'll be beverages served afterwards, so anybody's welcome to come and join us.
And how can they get a hold of you to join in on all this fun that you?
Okay, so what they can do is they can contact me on my cell phone number. It's 08 44550133, or even on my email address, just info@yogawithvirginia.co.za.
Okay, perfect. That sounds so amazing. Just
Thank
sitting
you.
here imagining all the work that you're going to be doing, I already feel like I am back in Zen with myself.
That's lovely.
It just sounds so amazing. I would definitely love to join. And
Thank
for
you.
anyone else who would love to join Virginia, you've got her contact details. We'll beam them up on the screen, and we'll be back after the ad break. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to all our guests and viewers for joining us today. To the community, go and support these exciting events and exhibitions that will be taking place soon. Our biggest gratitude goes out to our sponsors, guests, and viewers. We will see you again on Friday morning at 6 a.m.